Hey guys, me and Woody sitting here reminiscing. Woody can't reminisce too far back, but I can. And I was telling Woody some stories. Yeah, I talk to Woody. You know, it's one of my downfalls. I talk to these people. No, don't go to sleep on me, Woody, I'm talking. You ever tried to tell a story to somebody to go to sleep on you? Y'all probably going to sleep right now. I was just there thinking about some of the things I did with my boys. We've had a great time, and guys growing up. I was able to stay younger, longer, because those two boys of mine. And kids that they knew, and other guys like Cuz and all his boys too. We've had so much fun over the years. There comes Dan to try to make noise. This is what they do. They know I'm telling a story, and here they come. Anyway, no, Woody, you don't need to go out there. Woody, no, stay right here. But, you know, my boys grew up playing football from an early age because we all love football. I used to, when they were little, I'd pretend I was Terry Bradshaw. I probably still look like Terry. You seen him lately? I love that guy. He's an awesome quarterback. And at Lester, he would wear his jersey with 88. I think it was Lynn Swan. Dan always liked the Oilers. And we would get Dan so upset playing against him. I'd throw to each of them. And if Lester beat Dan would cry. Oh, but they grew up good. And both of them played, sports in school. Both of them were very good. A lot of fun with them. Cuz and his boys would come over. He had two boys too. We'd all play football together. And then other people would hear about it, and they would, on Sunday afternoons, they would come over. The next thing you know, sometimes, folks, we'd have 20 people out there on that football field. Some of them grown men, most of them high school athletes, some grown men. There might be a few junior high kids. And we'd choose up sides, and we'd play football. The cousin and I was always on the same team because we thought alike, Yeah. And we always won because we thought alike. Them guys be all like, they splinter. They splinter. Not Cuz and I. Anyway, and they claim we cheat. I don't know. That's just sore losers. But we did. We played. The other guys would come. It got rough. It's full contact, no pass. We'd measure out a football field out there, that old hay field. Mark it off, put up some old cones for the goal lines and stuff, and we'd play ball. And we've had guys got his nose split, had to leave, go home, go to the hospital and get stitches. We had a guy, Kenny, dislocated a collarbone. I offered to fix it. Had a guy get his leg broke. Cuz dislocated his hand, fingers. I fixed him because I have medical experience. And it's just, he may have had to still go to the doctor later and get what I did corrected, but I fixed it temporarily so he could finish the game. Oh, we had a lot of fun. But on Mondays, I'd go to work. Had a friend of mine, an older guy. And I barely could walk. I'd be so stiff and hurt. I'd hurt everywhere, all over. I'd hurt. And he says, one of these days, when you get older, he says, you're going to feel it. You're going to really feel it. He was right. I do feel it. Every joint hurts. Every joint I got on me hurts. But it was fun at the time. We kind of outgrew the football to a point. It got to where that was getting a little bit boring. So what happens? Lester comes home one day with two little old cheap paintball guns. No mask. We didn't know about masks. Just paintball gun. Dad, you take this one and I'll take this one. I go hide, you come find me. And shoot each other. They hurt. Yeah, they hurt. We did. He went headed to the barn. I'd go search him out. He'd shoot me up, and I'd shoot him up. Dan would Dan get in there. He'd go out and hide. Lester would hunt him down, back and forth. Come Monday morning, I had big old bruise whelps all over where they shot me. But the word got out. Cuz come over. You want to try it? He got hooked. I was hooked. I couldn't afford a basic paintball gun. Cost about $100. That's not counting the mask, you know, the safety features. And the balls, or more, you know, in the air and all that stuff. I couldn't afford it. So I go down to Target in Humble. Picked out the cheapest one they had. Got that $100. I put it on layaway. $20 down. They have $100. We still played with them two little guns Lester had. By that time, Cousin got him a little gun. Troy, you know, Doc, showed up with a gun. Kenny shows up with 2 guns. Yeah, 2 guns. He wasn't worth a flip with one, much less 2. I went down. I probably let groceries go that week. I went down. I got my gun out of hock. I had to have it. But we still didn't have no safety features. Again, Lester steps up. Yeah. He comes home with his little old white Jason mask. You know, the little plastic white mask with eyes cut in them? But not enough for everybody. We did have some old safety goggles you'd wear. You know, them old goggles wrapped around your head. So those that didn't have a Jason mask wore safety goggles. But the safety goggles at least had something across the eyes. The Jason mask is just holes. So we go to the barn. We cut out some screen wire. I don't know whose idea this was. I think it was Lester's or Daniel's, one or the other. Cut out screen wire and hot glued it over them eye holes. The woods we go. If you was wearing the goggles and you got shot in the mouth, something like old Cuz did, Cuz thought he knocked all his teeth out. He got shot in the mouth, and it was a red ball, you know, all red coming out of your eye. I thought it was blood. Eventually, though, we moved up. We moved up. We all was able to get us some real masks. Eventually, was able to get better guns. Different ones show up with different brand names. I think the one I usually carried was a Tippmann. I believe it's called Tippmann. Good gun. And some of them would reach way out there, and you could buy accessories for them. You could buy extra long barrels and stuff for them. And some of them would buy them old long barrels and bigger air tanks. And almost hit somebody over at the sanctuary from here. Yeah, but we had them little small CO2 cartridges that they come with. You get 16 shots out of one. 16. That last shot, it goes, it's over. If somebody heard that, like Lester, I'm firing one day, and him being cousin, firing at him. We're up close. I'm shooting, and I think Cuz about the next shot he shot, Lester, we don't have no ammo. I mean, we don't have no air. So here he come charging. Okay, you got us, you know. Well, that wasn't enough. He wanted to torture us. He tortured us. We were his captives. That point on, seriously, Cuz and I swore we'd never be captured again, ever. We'd go down fighting. If we run out of ammo, we'd charge them, make them shoot us. Finish it off, not to be tortured. But we never did. That was the last time we ever surrendered. And after that, we got our skills where we would almost win every game. Oh, they claimed, oh, they cheating, you know. They got rags in our pockets. Well, the rags wipe our mask off, you know, get sweaty. Oh, we had a lot of fun. But go to work on Monday morning, and you'd have these whelps and bruises just all over you. It was fun. We had a lot of fun with the boys growing up. Now today, what got me thinking about that, Lester sent me a message today. He said, Dad, I think I bought a new game. I said, oh Lord, I can't run them riverbanks no more, boys. I can't do it no more. No, Dad, it's a game. It's an electronic game. I want L.E. and Lex and you and me to play it. So I'm looking forward to it. It's supposed to come over sometime this afternoon. And I'm looking forward to playing some kind of game, he said. It'll be fun. But, you know, Lester, sometimes he would kind of hang us out to dry down there. I remember one Saturday, he says, cousins over here visiting me, and all of us kicked back talking. And by that time, we had some pretty organized teams, you know, like there was us and Cuz and his boys. But then there's another group of Splendor that would come, and they usually brought their own team who would play against each other. He said, I'm going to go down and fix up some places to fight from. And he went off down there in the woods. He come back late that he said, oh, I got the perfect place for us. Perfect place. Okay, boys, we'll see what it is. Next day, we're down there fixing to get set up for our ambush, and he leads us down there to where there's a hole. He dug a hole in the ground, a big hole. Big enough to hold 4 or 5 people, about 3 or 4 foot deep. He spent all day down there. He said, y'all get in here. He said, I'm going to hide over here. He said, when they start shooting at y'all, he said, I'll be able to kill them all. Yeah, well, okay. Folks, I'm going to tell you what, the worst decision we ever made. Because they're up on a hill shooting down into the hole. There ain't nowhere to go. Oh, Kenny laying flat on his back, and them balls are coming. He couldn't set up. Kenny's a big boy. He couldn't set up, and them balls coming across him. He said, man, they rained them in here with shoot, Kenny. Oh, it's tough. Me and Dan, Buddy, and Kenny. We all got killed out there in that hole. Lester's off there in the woods, hiding, shooting a few of them here and there. Never again am I going to get in a hole that Lester dug. I ain't going to do it. Ain't going to happen. Oh, fun games. Fun games. Oh, boy, we had some experiences down there. Some experiences. And Kenny, y'all met Kenny. He's walking back like a crawfish with a gun in each hand. I can't reach him. I can't reach him. Well, no, Kenny, can't reach him backing up, son. You got to come forward to reach him with them balls. Kenny's in this really good place. It's really vines hanging down this tree, and he's really up in there good. And we're waiting on him. Well, Cuz gets up on top of a chicken snake. And he had a battle in this brush pile of this chicken snake. He takes his chicken snake. Kenny's up ahead of him. And he slings it up in those vines, and it comes down through them vines right on top of Kenny. That ambush was over. Kenny come out of there, tore them vines off that tree. That snake hanging on him. We had fun. Oh, we had a lot of experiences down there on that riverbank. Oh, good days. Good days. Yeah, I was just sitting here thinking about that stuff like that. Thought y'all might enjoy hearing it. I don't know, just good times, you know, good times. Anyway, guys, this is the next morning. I'm gonna finish this video today, and I guess I'll name it like Lester's Very Creative. Yeah, he's the one that introduced paintball to us, and I'll tell you a couple other things about the paintball with Lester. Digging that hole in the ground didn't work real well. Got us all killed. We're down there one day. We had an old aluminum boat there in the river. That we fished out of or whatever. He had went down at some point and took a sheet of tin, this regular old sheet metal, and I'm guessing, I'm trying to remember back how the plan was. Our plan was, because, you know, a lot of times guys would kind of get on the riverbank and kind of, that way they're protected from the back by the riverbank, by the river. And you had to charge in from the front. So at whatever point that was going to happen, it would happen, because we'd play several different games. We'd play a game, everybody get killed out, we'd come back, reload, talk, have a little bit of laughs with each other, reload. And by this time, we had advanced to the point where we all wore camouflage. We had the right mask. We had, you know, the big air tanks that you could shoot 200 or 300 balls with without them running out. Big hoppers that hold a couple of hundred balls, and we were really more advanced, you know, in this paintball warfare. And but we already had a plan, you know. Lester had this plan. If it ever works out where they get on the riverbank and they're kind of barricaded in, and he didn't tell us about it right off. He would leave the group and go over, and he's going to get that boat, and he's going to come with the current, just come down river, float along behind them with that sheet of metal up in front of him, shooting over it and kill him from behind. Actually, it worked pretty good. He came down river. We had them they was up on the riverbank. We had them all blocked in. They couldn't get out, but, you know, they wasn't trying to get out. And here comes Lester floating down. I think he killed about half of them before they finally riddled him full of holes out there in that river. Because, you know, just floating with the current, he couldn't, like, you know, where it took him, that's where he went. they finally, but by that time we finally won the game anyway. But yeah, he took out about half of them, I think. We had lots of fun down on that river. But he was very creative with some of his plays that he wanted to do. Just don't ever let him dig a hole for you, because you're going to get killed right there. But we had a lot of fun. And we played down there for years. We had literally played for years. And we'd play during the winter months. Fall, winter, and all the way up in the spring. And then when it got hot, you know, you just couldn't hardly play because it was just too hot running up and down them riverbanks and stuff, you know, all that full gear on and stuff. But we had a lot of fun over the years. And I just said I was thinking about that yesterday, and I started that little video about Lester being creative, coming along, introducing us to this paintball stuff. It was a lot of fun. And we still sit around the Rendezvous sometimes talking about these old memories, you know, because a lot of these guys come to Rendezvous and have played paintball and played with us some. And we'll have some good times about it, laughing at Kenny. You know, get that snake on him and walking backwards trying to say he can't reach him. Well, no, you can't. You got to come forward. He carried 2 guns. He wasn't good with 1 gun. But we had a lot of fun. We truly did. And I'll finish that off with one little tale about Doc. You know, I have to put Doc in it. You know, Doc really got into paintball. Doc had more money to spend than the rest of us. He went out and bought a high-dollar paintball gun. I mean, I forget the name of it. It's a high-dollar gun. But then he's going to modify it. And that's where ignorance took over. Ignorance. He comes home and he had heard about, well, you could drill out different places. It gives less friction and stuff for your ball coming out. And they called it port it, make little ports. Well, I'm sure that might happen in some cases by professionals. Doc was not a professional, so he gets a drill out. He starts drilling. Next thing you know, his little gun wouldn't shoot 30 foot, and plus break down every 30 minutes. He come running in one day. We're battling. Me and Cuz we're fighting for our lives. Doc comes running up there. Hey, and he ain't killed nobody. He ain't killed nobody. He's been running around there shooting around the wood. Hey, y'all got some balls? I'm out of balls. And Cuz said, yeah, I got balls, but I ain't giving none of them. You waste them. And I said, me too. We had a lot of fun with Doc. A lot of fun. Anyway, I'm going to cut this off. I hope y'all enjoyed this. Just sitting here thinking about Lester and some of these little games he come up with. And what got me on it, I guess, was that the other night when he showed up that game, you know, that he brought down for us all to play together. It was a lot of fun, too. And sure enough, they took me out first. Now, someone sent me a comment. Papa, they knew you would be the main challenge. I agree. I agree. I was gonna clean that table. And they took me, all of them gathered up, ganged up on me. Took me out first. And then used my electricity to finish the game. I love you guys. Y'all, hope y'all like it. Hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't. Share with somebody. Just be talking about good times, old times. Catch y'all later.